Okay, let's try this again. There should be sound. There should be sound now. Yeah! Is there sound? Yes, there should be sound. I hope there's sound. There is no demon. That is the first thing. There is no demon because I actually have a new microphone. So that should make a significant difference. So unfortunately for those who will miss the demons are gone. I have extinguished them by getting a new microphone. But, so to start over, because I was having major discussions already. It was like awesome. It's like, oh, good feedback, good feedback. Nobody says anything bad, you know. It's awesome. But unfortunately, that was not the case. So yeah, I was talking about the prototype server has been opened. Rito Hates has most likely already posted the link in chat. The reason why you have opened prototype again is because we've had some reports of issues since 1.07.1. We have prepared some fixes, but we need to verify that they actually fixed something. So if you want to help us test, it would be awesome. You can surf to prototype.heroesandgenerals.com and you can actually download the client from there. It's a standalone client. It runs separate from your live client. You cannot access it through Steam, unfortunately, so it's really a standalone client. Help us test. Let us know. We will also analyze, of course, the stats, but let us know if you experience any issues. And of course, we have reset all the gold you guys have wasted on prototype, so everybody has 100,000 gold again. So feel free to log on and help us test this. That would be awesome. And if you experience any issues, please let us know. So that was the first thing. The prototype servers are actually already open. They will be opened for the night. So up until tomorrow morning, so that's for at least, what is it, roughly for at least like 15 hours or something, the servers will be opened. So feel free to join at any given time to test and see if some of your problems may have been fixed or not. And we are very anxious to hear that. So I just have to open some chats here now and then. For those who are interested, I heard that the leaderboards are also currently set up so they actually run on the prototype server, so we can also collect some data for that and see if everything works and see how awesome you guys are performing on the prototype server. So by all means, have a go at it. Another thing which I wanted to show you guys is since we have started these streams, I've done them bi-weekly, and there's also the Q&A and Y stream with Rito Repion and Rito Gargamel, who answer a lot of questions. And thanks to some very dedicated community members, those questions have been collected and the answers have been provided. And there's actually two persons doing it, and we hope they can work together a bit, but there's 2 topics on the forums which contain all the answers to the actual Q&A and Y stuff. So one of them is made by XHeadSlam together with Moroy and Looping Louie. You can find this one in the general gameplay talk. And we have another one by Marv 2.0, which is in the general development feedback, which also contains all the answers. So if you are looking for specific answers, you know the questions have been asked in some of the streams, feel free to look at these topics because they actually contain the answers given by Rito Repion, by me, or whatever, you know. So you can find all the answers there, which is awesome. So hopefully maybe we can get to have some new questions and we don't have to repeat the old ones so much. So if you're looking for some answers, this is a good place to start. And next up, yes, is, as you have already also may have seen, is actually that we have, with the recent release of Project Glasnost, which I think is going quite well, or at least I would say that we are a lot more active. We also had a lack of some moderators. So we have decided to expand our moderator team significantly on both the Steam forums and our own forums. And yeah, so you might see some new faces around, cut them some slack. We're training them. Most of them are actually doing some pretty neat stuff already. So they're helping us out to make sure the forums stay clean, but also to get your questions answered faster. So if you are willing to become a moderator, we're still looking for a French moderator and a Chinese, and then I'm talking about Mandarin speaking moderator, to help us out on those subsections of the forums on both Steam and the official forums. So if you are interested in having such a position. There's some benefits for you, there's a lot of benefits for us. It goes both ways. Feel free to apply. You can do that by either sending a PM to me or by sending a PM to Rito Hayes, and we will talk to you and see what is possible. So, yes, with that, next to expanding our moderator team, we have actually also decided to expand our community team a bit further, which means that we have now introduced a Russian community manager. That means that Rito Varish, I'm just trying to find him, Rito Varish is our new Russian community manager, which means that we also get some better connection with our Russian community, which is fairly big, and we hope to further increase our activities and communication with that as well. From what I've heard, he also started some projects on a large fan website, vk.com or something of the sorts. It's all in Russian, so it's a bit, I don't really understand it there, but he created some stuff where he can also share information. So if you are Russian and you're not that good at English and would rather see Russian stuff, you can follow Rito Varish, because he is our Russian community manager, and he's going to also be responsible for example, translating all our posts and news in the future. So we are very happy to have him on board. We had a chat with him, and it's great to have someone who actually speaks Russian. It helps us a lot, and it's actually great fun to more engage with that side of the community. So we are looking forward to working more towards this. Just reading the chat a bit on the meantime. It could be that my screen actually is a bit dark because the sun is full in my face, so I had to close the curtains, but it should be fine. And yes, then we have, next up is, I just wanted to address some of the things said in the previous stream again. To elaborate on that, is that after the last Q&A and Y stream, there were some concerns about Rita Redbjorn mentioning something about the Johnson LMG getting a buff. Just want to clarify that what we say during these streams is mostly in some cases, or in most cases, actually still open for discussion, which means that nothing has been set in stone yet. So actually, in regards to the Johnson, what is currently being considered, and once again nothing is set in stone yet, is that the short range damage will get a slight decrease and the long range damage is going to increase, but I will go into more detail. I can't really go into more detail about this because, once again, it has not actually been decided yet. So there's a lot of open areas still here. There's a lot of statistics still to be analyzed. There's a lot of feedback still to be taken into account. So there's absolutely no need to go mental about it right now, because some of these things which we say are basically still very much open for discussion, meaning that we also like to hear some feedback on it. So we can take this into account and deal with it accordingly. Which brings us to actually... Oh, I don't have it open, hold on. To the... I'm just gonna quickly sweep this into the screen and move it away. Which I'm going to look at because I forgot to open it, silly me. So in the meantime, well, I'm going to prepare some other stuff and open some stuff. We have received an awesome video, which was actually quite fun to see, is that actually somebody managed to kill, be it a recon plane with a Panzerfaust. I'm just hoping I can easily find the video there. There it is. So, and I hope it works on my screen, and I hope you guys actually get the sound. Oh, actually, it's a GIF. So I'm just gonna move it here and see if that works. There we go. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's beautiful. Completely random Panzerfaust shot, but let's see what he does. Just for the replay. Unfortunately, we could not get the replay, So I actually wanted to get a camera point from a different view, but time was a little pressured, and I couldn't. We couldn't really find the replay. So, but it's still kind of funny to see that stuff happening now and then. It's completely random. Takes a bit of luck. People say it takes skill, but it also takes a bit of luck. And it was pretty fun to see this pop up in our channels. So I just wanted to show you guys, this was actually, this was posted by Porthor. It was great fun to see. It's actually on Reddit. It was quite fun. So, yes, in regards to the 1.08, because I see already people also complaining in chat about it, 1.08 will not be released this week. The reason for this is because with the recent prototype test, we have found or identified some new issues with the game, among other things, some crash issues. So that is most likely a bit due to the new war server framework, because that's not something you can necessarily see, but it has a huge impact on the back end of the game. So we definitely need to sort that out before we get it to live. So hopefully we will have some more prototype sessions, which we have right now. You can join prototype.heroesandgenerals.com and to verify some of these fixes, and hopefully we can then get it released as soon as possible. That would be great. But for now, unfortunately, it is still being worked on, which is also a good thing, because if we found out after we released, that would probably not get a lot of positive reactions either. So, which brings me to a bit of statistics again. You guys said that you really liked some of the statistics being shown, so I'm actually going to go through several statistics right now. First off, just like the previous 2 weeks, I will show a bit about the faction resources, which seems to have been quite interesting to people. So I'm going to start with the US again. So last time, 2 weeks ago, for the guys who did not watch, I showed some statistics. Basically, the faction resources show the amount of units actually being deployed at the moment. So what we can see here is the US, the United States faction. So these are all the people who actually enrolled in the United States and actually have assault teams and actually deployed them. So what we can see here is that the US, since the war started, I took the screenshots I think yesterday evening or yesterday afternoon, somewhere around that. So they're not actually including today. So what you can see here is actually that the United States have significantly upped their resources. So actually they have well over roughly 850,000 infantry deployed, which means that right now somewhere on the map, they're spread over the map in the US towns, there's 850,000 infantry sitting somewhere. So that's quite a significant amount, especially when you look at 2 weeks ago, the numbers were fairly low. So this should show a bit more. And then we have the Russian one. The Russian one, as you can see, has been taking some hits. It's not a very stable-ish line. It's more like a up and down line. And currently they are, since as of yesterday, they were reaching a roughly 450,000 infantry, and they seem to be topping a little bit below, a little bit above. So it's dwindling a bit. And keep in mind that, because we also have these statistics, but I have not shown them yet, we also have statistics on the stockpile, which might be interesting to compare a bit in the next stream, but I haven't got the screenshots for that right now. But that is something which we can actually show in the other stream, but this should already be interesting to see. And then we have where is it? I need this one. Why is it not opened like that? Yes, the German resources. So the last time actually the Germans... we had, I think on the top of my head, like 350,000 infantry deployed. And you can see now that there's a lot more activity in general. They took quite a big hit at somewhere during this war. It's September the 3rd, September the 4th, somewhere in between there, they lost quite a lot. And now they're actually steadily climbing again, but they are above 500,000 infantry already, which is significantly more than the last time. And keep in mind that these are actually statistics from the last 4 days, just the last 4 days, which I'm picking each time, which means that I've said it before as well, is that every war has significantly different results at the moment. So there's wars where the Germans have 800,000 infantry deployed, there's wars where the Germans have 400,000 infantry deployed, and the same goes pretty much for all factions. So there's some, you cannot base something on just one war. You really need to check up on multiple wars to see if there's issues with the stockpile, issues with the production and stuff like that. So, but this is actually it is interesting to see, regardless that you guys right now, because I only do this every 2 weeks, cannot really pull any real statistics out of it. It should be interesting to see how much you guys are actually deploying. There's some quite big generals out there who can probably significantly influence this. But yeah, I think it's fun for you guys to continue this, so you can actually see what is going on, because this in some sort of way this also reflects on how the war is progressing. I've also been looking into getting the war viewer a bit functional again, but that's unfortunately not done for this stream, but maybe we can have a look at it in the next stream as well, so to see how the war has progresses. Okay, that is this which I actually wanted to show you. We also have some other statistics. In the last Q&A stream there was a pretty long talk about the Johnson, the MG42, the LMGs in general actually, and the assault rifles. Based on that, we saw on the forums that there was actually a lot of confusion about the statistics being shown, and I actually have to say that they are fairly we may have made it a little too confusing, or we did not explain it properly. That's some of the cases which is possible. So what I've done is I have the raw data, which means there's a lot of different numbers, and these are not all the numbers that Rito Oxon looks when he balances these weapons, but it's actually something which should give you a general insight. And I urge you not to draw too many conclusions from it, because once again, these are not all the stats we base the balancing on, but it should give you a little insight on the type of stats we can actually collect from the game, and to see what is actually happening with some of these weapons. So I've prepared, or actually with the help of some people, we've prepared a document, and I exported it into Excel, and unfortunately for you guys, it is, oh, whoa, now, no, hold on, now I'm breaking stuff, don't do that, hold on, let's do this again, yes. So, no, guys, there's no giveaway. I have not started the giveaway. Oh my god, I should not have opened that beforehand. There is no giveaway right now, guys. Relax. I will tell you when the giveaway starts so you guys can participate, but it's not right now. It will be in a few minutes. Yes, so we can all relax. Yes, calm down. No need to type exclamation mark Frontline. No. Very good. So, what we have here is actually, we got 2 tabs to make it slightly more visible for you guys. Actually, I think somebody actually combined them for me a bit, which looks like it. Yeah, it looks like they have been combined a bit. So, what I can show you here is that, so basically you got the assault rifles and the LMGs. These are just the statistics that we gathered for this time. I mean, we can gather stats and everything, but I just wanted to walk you through some of the stuff. So basically, this is separated into assault, skirmish, and encounter, some of these stats. So there's also the first column is basically the average damage taking the general. So combining all 3 of them, and there's the specific ones where we look, where you can see more into detail, like for example, how does this weapon perform on the encounter map, or how does this weapon perform on the skirmish maps. And once again, I'm just going to repeat it like every minute. is that these are not all the statistics, so don't base too much on what you see. It's just to show you guys what kind of statistics we can actually gather. So what we can see here, for example, is when you look at the left, this is actually just the assault rifle at the moment, is you can see that the average damage is based in 4 categories. It's up until 25 meters, up until 25 to 75 meters, and 75 to 200 meters, and longer as 200 meters. So what we can see here is, for example, that the AVS, this is statistics from the past 30 days. So that is also to, if we take it from all, for example, then in that case you may get some of the nerfs or the buffs or the changes, so the stats may be less accurate. So this is just the last 30 days. So you can see that the average damage being done per battle on the ranges of 0 to 25 meters with all 3 of the assault rifles is by far the largest if you look at the distances. So you can see that actually the carbine has the lowest with 267.2 damage per battle. But the AVS 36 excels here at 298 damage 0.02. I have a ghost behind you. I know it's a bit blurry because of the lighting is crap, but I will open the curtain a bit too until I play. Hold on. This should clear things up. Yeah, unfortunately for the in regards to the hammering part, actually, I have a mechanical keyboard and my microphone is right next to the keyboard and it picks up on anything. So yeah, that is an unfortunate side effect, but I think it's something hopefully you guys can live. It's better than having demons in my microphone. So yeah, you guys have to make a decision. You know, do you want demons or do you want the mechanical keyboard? So in regards to what has been said, because let's take a look at, for example, the assault list, and feel free to screenshot it so you can post it on the forum somewhere, do whatever you want. It's just the past 30 days. It's on the assault map where we generally you fight on all type of ranges. It really depends on how far you get into the battle, of course, but once you get into the town, it's mostly close range, for example. Once you get between certain medium objectives, you have the medium and high range and stuff like that. So what we can see there is that the damage done from a range per battle significantly drops the longer the range, because these weapons, these assault rifles, they are very effective on long range, but they are less effective as, for example, a bolt action rifle on the far ranges. So the damage on close range, as we can see here, is actually 298, 262 and 296, and then on the mid range it already, for the carbine already, for example, drops to 58 damage and 46. So that's quite a significant difference in comparison to the damage being dealt with on the close range. And on the far range you can see that the numbers are even more low. So beyond 200 meters the damage done per battle is only 0.38, 0.1, 0.24. so that's I mean, these are not what these weapons are designed for, so it's no more than normal that they actually perform like this on these ranges. So to have a look at the average numbers of kills per battle, because I think that is some concern, and I also asked the analyst to include some data on the actual average time spent with these weapons. Is what you can see is actually that the average numbers per kill per battle on the ranges is actually on the distant ranges, they're not that far apart. The STG is actually at 2.94, the highest, followed by the AVS 36, followed by the Johnson, and so on and so on. So you can actually see that, and then on the low and the mid range there's also some significant differences which can be observed, and not every weapon is supposed to be as effective on these ranges, but once again, I'm not the guy analyzing these statistics. I'm not the guy basing balance on all this stuff, so I'm not going to judge. I'm just showing you. So I'm just showing you what I've got and what you guys can see. So when you see on far range, actually there's less. There's no kills at all being made on the far range. Could be, of course, some exceptions, but given the amount of players that we have, there's such a tremendous amount of people playing with these weapons that it might actually not even show, or the number is below 0.01%. So, and as you can also see, for example, is the kills per minute. This is actually just for the 3 assault rifles. Is the Sturmgewehr actually has the highest rate of kills per minute, followed by the AVS 36, followed by the M1M2 carbine. So there's actually per minute less than 1 kill in the past 30 days with the M1M2 carbine, which is fairly interesting to see actually. So, and then we have the in the bottom line, you have the average time spent in minutes, and that is per character in the past 30 days. So which have these weapons, and you actually see that the Maschinengewehr 42 has currently the least time played. So there's when they play with the MG42, they don't play a whole lot with it, but you can see that the other weapons such as the Browning, the Johnson, and the DP28 are not that far apart. Being the Johnson not even the most played, but actually the DP28 is the longest played. So these are actually, so what you saw in the previous dev stream was actually a nice graph based on some of these statistics, not even all of them. And I understand they may have been a little unclear. Be that this is a lot of numbers as well, but at least you can maybe better make your own ideas about how they look right now. So this is basically where we draw that from, and this is all extracted from the game. So these statistics give some insight in how they perform on the game. So what these statistics show, I'm not going to really discuss, because I'm not going to be the one, I'm not the one drawing conclusions based on these statistics. And once again, these are not all the statistics used to balance weapons. So you can cry a lot about it right now and say like, this is OP now, this is not OP, but keep in mind these are not all the stats we use, and they do not show everything. And the developer actually responsible for this, and actually who does this you know, for his work, who makes the balancing changes, knows a beat ton more about this than I do. So please, if there's actual changes being made, it's not me. Thank the Lord it's not me, because I would probably make a huge mess of all these numbers. When we make changes, we will hopefully elaborate in the future on why we make these changes. And for the guys wondering, this is actually staged and war combined. There are no separate stats. But when you look at the bigger picture, there's a larger part of our community playing staged. But and I understand that in war things may be different naturally, because there's more veterans playing that part. But when we look at the overall weapon balance, then we really need to look at the overall weapon balance, and we can't just start cherry picking this or that from here and that from there and that from there. All stats matter in this case. And one of the things I personally find very interesting to see is actually the differences between the assault and the encounter, for example, because the encounter is basically it is the map with non-stop close quarter combat. So actually these stats are actually quite fun to see, because in no other map there's so much close quarter combat as in the encounter map. So you can see that the kills per on the various ranges are actually also the highest on close range on this map. in which case you can see that actually all 3 of the assault rifles perform or make a significant amount more kills per battle than the other weapons do. So the MGs are also maybe less used. I don't know. Those stats aren't really included, but the average kills per minute is significantly high, and especially on the close range there's a lot of stuff being done there. So it was for me because this elaborate, these statistics I don't see that often either, and I've been looking at them for quite a while now. We've been preparing this, and I think they show some very interesting values, and it's, for me, it's especially fun to compare the different types of maps and how they actually seem to perform, or how people perform with them on these maps. So by all means, I hope you guys have sufficient screenshots, and of course you can also just rewatch the Twitch stream or on YouTube, so you can have a look at this. The stats were collected, I think, last week or 2 weeks ago. Should be actually 2 weeks ago already. So, and they are from the past 30 days. But they show some interesting stuff. So I just wanted to show you guys that, and hopefully this explains a bit more in regards to where these magical stats came from last week with the Q&A and Y stream. Because this is partially where we base those nice looking graphs from, and hopefully we can better explain how and where and when and how this works. So if you have any specific questions about these stats, or if you want to look at more detailed stats, you really have to ask them in the Q&A and Y stream, because Ritu, once again, he knows a lot more stuff about this as well than I do. So yeah, feel free to ask them in the forum topics, which we have to collect these questions, and let's see what is possible and what we can actually show you guys. And yeah, I'm gonna close it. And yes, this time I'm going to, how come it didn't reset? Hold on. I'm going to, yes, I want to reset it, and we're going to do !gold just for the fun of it. And the participation is everybody. And how does this work? Open giveaway. Yes, so if you want to participate in the giveaway, the giveaway is !gold, because everybody was typing !Frontline before, so I definitely want to do something different right now. And I hope that it works. Oh yeah, that seems to have done something. I just saw like 2 million names appear on my screen, so that seems to be good. And this gives me a moment to actually take a small sip. And I still see people participating, people joining in. Yes, there's a large list. I see Rito Splixen. It would be nice if you won. It's about time he gets something back from all the goodies he gave out, huh? Okay, and I am going to close the giveaway in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to close the giveaway. I'm going to pick a winner, which is, no, you're kidding me, it's Law and Troll. So Law and Troll, please speak up in chat, and once we have written a message, I will pick a second winner. So easy up, but Law and Troll, please type something in chat. Yes, I see something appear in the chat. So please get in touch with Ritu_hates on Twitch. If you get in touch with Ritu_hates on Twitch, he can set you up. And I'm gonna pick a second winner, which is Hetri with 3 E's. Please also type something in chat. Hello, yes, I see something appeared in chat. There we go. So congratulations, guys. Please get in touch with Ritu_hates, and he can set you up with everything you want, so I can continue the Twitch. So Ritu_hates, and congratulations, guy. So there's another thing I wanted to show you guys. It's very, very early stage. So keep in mind that a lot of this may still change. It's not final. Probably will hit release at some point. But what we have been collecting over the past months, weeks, is a lot of feedback. And based on that feedback, we have entered development with certain things. So one of the things we entered development with in regards to the community issues is one of the much reported things is actually that when you look at an objective and you do not use your iron sight, the actual objective blocks the blocks basically your sight, so there could be an enemy behind it or whatever who is actually shooting for you. So I wanted to show you guys a bit what has been worked on, and I hope it works. I just copied it and it should work, hopefully. Maybe. Yes, there we go. So just it has to load a bit. Ooh, there's in-game sounds, which I can just lower a bit. Ooh. Yes, there we go. So what this is actually it's a very, very early build. Not even QA has started looking at it yet, so it's a bit secretive, and I really hope that I won't get killed for doing this. But the general idea is basically, so what has been discussed is that there's some issues with the game, and so one of these issues which has been reported is actually that the objective markers are blocking your objective sometimes. So based on that feedback, we have actually collected some options from the forums, and we've also been discussing some menu options. But as a first current iteration, it looks like it's going to be something like this. And keep in mind, this is very, very early stage, so it can still change a lot. But basically what you have in the menu is now there's a new option called interface. And in this interface, you can select, well, you have the standard one, which has already been there, is the number of chat lines and the chat phase speeds. But you also got the icon fade. And what I mean with the icon fade is that basically you have off, which means the icons do not fade at all. You have the precision, which means that if you zoom in on the objective, you can see the icon disappear, so it fades. You have the look at, which means that if you look at an icon, that it automatically disappears. So that is regardless if you're zoomed in or not, and or if you are not zoomed in. And then you have the precision plus look at, which means that you have it when you either zoom in and when you look at the objectives. So keep in mind that this is very, very early stage, so there's some stuff which might still change, but I just wanted to quickly show you guys how this would actually work the way it is right now. And keep in mind that none of this may actually hit live. But so normally when you wanted the objective icon to disappear, you would just zoom at it, it's gone, because this is how it works. But now it is also actually when I aim my mouse towards it, you see that it already starts blending in a bit, and when you're just looking at it, it's already gone, so it completely fades away. And it does that, so it completely gone if you do it like this. So this is actually, yeah, the Rito Oxen has been working a bit on that, and there is some elaborate options for it in the menu. And keep in mind, it's still a work in progress. So once again, it is not final. It does not have to be final. There may still be a lot of changes to it, but I just wanted to show you guys anyway. There is a way to actually completely, yeah, this is not going to be in one of the 08, right? By far, it's not going to be. This is completely different update on some far server, far away from the live servers. So, so yeah, you look at it and it's gone. So it should not block as much as it usually does. Or when it can. So if somebody's actually shooting from the window, all I have to do is like, oh yeah, he's there, and you can either zoom in or you can actually just shoot like this as well. That doesn't really matter. So that is actually something which I wanted to show you guys. As for people who want to talk with, once again, this is very, very early stage, so stuff like that may actually still come. There is, of course, I see also that you ask for the ability to completely disable your UI. That is possible if you enable the console. But keep in mind that this is just something which has been done right now. There's still room for changes, and there's still room for stuff to be adjusted, and this is very early staged, and there's of course still room in the future, should this come to life, to make further adjustments or to adjust it, you name it. So keep in mind that this is just I just wanted to show you guys, like, this is one of the community issues we've actually been working on. This is there was a lot of complaints about it, and we felt that it was important to have a look at it. And this is, for now, this is actually seems like a very suitable solution to prevent the blocking from occurring too much. As in the reasons to why not move the objective markers to be higher, that is because we do want, especially new players who most likely also do not have this option turned on, it is very important to actually know where these objectives are and what the areas are. So it's quite natural to have them slightly above the radio, which is the case right now. Yeah, this is, the sun is back and it's burning my eyes, so I'm going to close the curtain soon again. I just wanted to show you guys, once I have more information on when actually it might happen on, or when it might come on live, because I don't really know that yet. That is up to a lot of other people than me, or when other people are or when stuff about it is getting adjusted. I'll try to let you know, but I just wanted to quick show you guys this. So this is but once again, this is not part of 1.08. By far, this is not part of 1.08. It's 1.08 is already very far in testing phase, so there's no new additions allowed to that. But when and how and if this will be released is still open for answers. I don't know the answer, so yes. So that is, I think, most of the stuff I wanted to show you. Yes, so I will boot up the live client. Yes, because I had a request on the forums from, who was it again? Hold on, I'm just gonna close the curtain again, because this is, I don't want to be blind when I'm 50. Yeah. There was a request from, let's have look-see. From Jackie95, if I could use the PPSH today. Well, as it so happens to be that I am enrolled to the Soviets this war. I will change faction every stream. So this time is the Soviets. So I will be playing some games. Well, I hope to be looking at the chat a bit, hopefully, if everything works. And I will try to answer some questions here and there. And I see that Ritus Flixen and is also answering some questions in regards to the F2 functionality. And I can tell you that Ritus Flixen probably knows a lot more about this stuff than I do. I just wanted to quick show you this. As to Spay Building, I'm they're basically sitting under the window, so there's a window right in front of me. So if the clouds are gone and the sun starts shining, I'm literally burning away here. At 0 of 25 in regards to any plans for unique badges for each faction, that is a perfect question which I am unable to answer, but which you should answer, which you should ask in the Q&A and live stream with Reader Rapion, because he can tell you a lot more about the things which they would like to add. Oh, computer is struggling. I don't know what it's doing. That seems odd. So, oh, it's actually a defense mission, but that seems fair enough. So, yeah, I'm the Soviets this time. Last time I was Germans, next time it's going to be the US. So I have set up some gear, and on the request of some people, I put on the PPSH with some modifications, and I'll also play probably with some different guns. I have a lot of different setups on this one. I really like playing the Soviets, so yeah. My motorcycle did not like that. And we're fighting against the US, so I'm curious to see what... Oh, they're already there, of course, naturally. And that does give me a moment to take a sip. Talking makes me thirsty. Yes, and let's see. Hopefully that we kept before B3, so I can spawn in the middle. That would be awesome. Please. Yes. Let's see. Oh, there's one guy on my right. Question is ready to go. Oh boy. I gotta go. I'm back. So I have to get used to the sounds a bit again, because I've been playing the Germans now for a while, actually. And now that I have actually... so I have to get used to the sounds again, because for me, I'm a huge sound player. So every time I switch faction, it's like, what? No, that's an enemy. And then I was like, no, that's a friendly, because I'm on a different faction now. We're getting into the bit longer range combat now, which is let's see. Let's try this for now. Oh, they're already waiting. Oh, they got paratroopers as well. That explains a lot. Second floor, it's Balkor. And Clocky is down. Unfortunately. There is more. Oh, this is gonna be a quick loss, I think. That wouldn't be my guess if they were already waiting in police even. And I'm guessing they also have an APC somewhere. And the question will be where, but I'm gonna go with somewhere. Ah! Another guy! So mean. You can climb up to the tall buildings in front of church. Which tall buildings are we talking about? Towards Bravo 4 or... Well, you mean the one on the right here? These buildings? Or do you mean the one on the left where you can jump out of the attic? There's a lot of them around there. A lot. Ah, you mean jump on them from police? Yeah, yeah. So you can jump from roof to roof. Yeah. No, I don't think actually. Is it being used that much? Because I haven't seen anyone doing it in a good way, to be honest. It doesn't seem to be used that much, but. And the question is it really that effective to use? Which is another thing I'm wondering, because you're pretty exposed there. I've done it myself sometimes as well, and you're really exposed there. I need help. Where's this guy shooting from? Yeah, I know there was one guy on the roof, but where's the other guy? Because that wasn't the guy shooting at me. Oh! Damn it. Hold on. I will switch to... Let me see where it is. This one. For a moment. Yeah, that's true. People generally don't look there, but on the other hand, once they know you're there, you're screwed there. In my opinion. Yes, and for those who don't know me, I like to sing when I play. It's to much happiness of my general US clan and other people I play with. I'm a very, very extremely skilled singer, which people refuse to admit. And especially since my new microphone, without demonic voices on the background, I don't have a background chore anymore because the demons are on my background chore. And it seems like they're on defensive mode at the moment. They're probably gonna cap out a bit on the objectives before they decide to push up. Yeah, hold on. Ay. Sunny, huh? Where is he? Huh. Okay. Interesting. That was actually the Zuka guy, wasn't it? It was the guy who killed it. Ooh. Ah, oh, good gracious, they have mined everything as well. Ah, too few ammo. Suck at shooting. Oh, he died though. Don't need to worry about him anymore. Seems like they're actually capturing the entire A line. Just to make sure that we can't use it anymore. Ow! I need health. And I don't have the med pack on this one. Suicidal. There's it. Ah, he's. Yeah, that explains. He's shooting with a Mosin. Yep, that is a friendly. That is not. Roof. Just reloading for a sec. Keep forgetting the ammo count on this thing. There's at least one guy in the roof. Let's see if we can find him. Oh, he's moving. Ah, wrong nade. He's on this side again now. And now it's time for ammo. This is perfect for my PPSH. Yes, I'm a true Soviet grenade swimmer. That's very much true. I do not deny it. There's a guy with a pistol. I mean, I love the AVS, but you have to keep in mind the ammunition. With fast reload, it's quite doable, but against these guys, it's tough. Fighting veterans is tough. Always is. And there's a guy behind me, so I have to be careful. Nah, I'm guessing he's inside off of 4. see people are using their crime mode again to see that I don't play according to their likings. Unfortunately for you, I feel very sorry for you. Oh, there ain't no one. That's a problem. I wonder how many of them. Just one, and he's in the building. He plays a lot of mines. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have... Who places his jeep in the middle of the bush? That's unfortunate. I hope Tiger Shark heard that. Seems like he didn't. Still around there somewhere. I don't know where. There's a guy in a building here. Oh, there's a friend. Should have checked my back. Stupid. losing police again. Better check it out. There's probably somebody who mined again as well. Oh, there he runs. Oh, it's 1 tree. That's bad. 1 tree is bad. 1 tree is bad, bad, bad. Oh, I thought it was here. Shit. The heck? Those guys. Oh. Yep. I accidentally hit my screen here. Mm-hmm. I get a rage face very fast. Don't worry about it. Two 6, that's a problem. Ah! I had to get inside. Well, this is not bad. This is not bad. This is not bad. We fought a good team. We fought a good team. Yeah, I need some medkits actually. Give me a second. Can I buy that? Now actually gonna switch weapons. There we go. Let's see if I have some more characters which I can put the medkit on. No. 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 This one maybe? No. This one? No. Oh, at least I got it on one character. Oh, actually, hold on. I need to change something else. Badges, badges, badges. Let's go to... Where was it again? It should be this one. Let's see if we're up against the same guys. No, but it's this is Polish clan, right? I think we're fighting a Polish clan this time. And on this map I prefer to play with this one. Nope, this one. Yeah, we're fighting PSZ, which I think is a Polish clan. Pretty sure it's a Polish clan. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're Polish. Polish. It's probably Polish. I really need to work my pronunciation. Nope. More enemies! Straight into the battle. Nope, I don't get. Nope. Ah, I need medkit on this one as well. Are you kidding me? Ah! Let's see. Let's try the APC before they get O1. Oh, O2. Yes, medkit is love, medkit is life for me. I'm kind of used to having several characters with it. Oh! And now I need health again! Yay! Oh boy. O1 is going down really fast. I'm not going to be able to catch up with it. Come on! This is over. No chance. Oh, no, oh. There we go. What gun did you use? Give me that. Oh, come on! I keep running and running. But at least we, actually, I think they can still spawn a power line, but they're not using it. It's probably the power line. Let's give this a shot. That's unfortunate. Maybe if I jumped down I would have survived it. But I guess that was my fault. And we don't have an APC there anymore, which is unfortunate. And we're not gaining it anymore, which is also unfortunate. So I'm gonna switch. Oh, they're already here. 2-2. Betty boys. Let's see where the Betty boys are hiding. That's one Betty boy. Somebody decided to make sure he's dead. That's two Betty boys. Where's the third Betty boy? Oh! How come they're entering so fast? Do they have an APC here? Looks like they have something there. What are you shooting at me for? I'm friendly. I'm a kind guy. Six, 2. Juicy. Juicy, yes, juicy. Let's see what. Oh. Oh, that might be a friendly. Sorry. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, capture's on. Sorry. Yeah, I kind of deserved that one. Definitely deserved that one. I mean, if only it was just one, but it was actually two. Oh, there's another Johnson there. Where is he then? Hold on, I'm gonna spawn on this side. That wasn't very nice. I'll go back to the APC. Don't like no hell kitties. Hell kitties are mean. Hell kitties kill me. Nope. Oh, no, come on. thought I saw movement there. Maybe not. Nope, he's there. Where the heck is he? There he is. Oh, come on. I do not like stewards. I do not like anything. Ow, 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 ow! God, the game hates me today. One, and he didn't enter from here, and I hear a Tommy over there. Six two, 6-3. Please no team kills. Oh my god, you kidding me? Why is there no Dorito? I miss my Doritos. I need to stop using nades. That so much is obvious. This is absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. I will stop using nades for now. This is 3-7 is a bit of an issue. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's a friendly. .38. These numbers ain't looking good. Oh, we also lost our APC. That explains a lot. So if you hear a little snoring or weird noises right now, that's because my cat is right next to the microphone. Or one of them is, at least. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I got it. Oh, man. So, actually, that's it for today, because I promised this wouldn't be a very, very long stream. Just to show the ending. Come on. Come on. We have a kitty here. who wants to be on stream. Nope, I don't want to be a matchmaking. Hold on, squat. So we got a kitty here. Yay. He's very sweet. And we have a different kitty here who also wants attention. So they both want attention at the moment. So I'm gonna cut the stream because I think they just want food or something and want to play. They're very young, so thank you all for watching. There's a lot of stuff which we've talked about. It's gonna come on YouTube later on. You can also follow the Twitch stream, which should be there, I think. There, if you there should be a nice heart there, somewhere there. So you can subscribe. Next week there's gonna be a Q&A and Y stream. So is it forbidden to show cats on the stream? So next week there is going to be another Q&A and Y stream with Rita Webjarn. So feel free to ask the questions which you want to ask. The topic is, I think, still open on the official forums. And thank you all for watching. And I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Have a nice day.